everyone, it's Katy here from the Scrappy Sisters, and it is day 20 of the COAPA Cutfiles, 20 days of Christmas and summer Cutfiles hop. Day 20, we're at the end. So there is 25% off in the store, but it does end today, New Zealand and Australian time. So it ends the 20th of December, New Zealand time. So that is today. So if you were hoping to get Cutfiles and you wanted them at 25% off, run, stop this video and go and finish your purchases. I am using I think it's called the Starry Night cut file, and it was the recent release for December this year. And I'm actually using Cocoa Vanilla Studios Merry and Bright collection. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's definitely the Merry and Bright collection. It was last year's Christmas collection from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. And what I'm doing, I just wanted to kind of zhuzh up the background a little bit. So I'm using this black and white text paper, which is pretty plain as the sort of background paper. Because it's covered by the cut file, I just needed to add something. So I got Vicky Bouton's Iridescent Glaze and also the rose one. What's it called? So there's Vicky Bouton's Iridescent Glaze and then the Rose Gold Glaze. I don't know whether either of those are still available. I think you could pick them up in scrapbooking stores sometimes, but I don't think she still makes them. And I'm just using my Nuvo spatula, and I had gone through with a pencil and kind of marked out through the cut file which kind of areas I wanted the glaze to go. So you can see me here just bringing the cut file back, double checking. I'm really liking how it looks, and I do want to come in with the pink one as well. I've got this amazing photo. So we took some professional photos this year with Jack and Thomas and then Lincoln. And we went on the same day, and it's my friend who's a photographer. We paid her, but she takes these amazing photos, and we got some professional photos taken of the boys. So we did Lincoln on his own and then Jess's two boys, and then we did some with all of them together. And my lovely friend also sent us these photos where she's got Santa holding a photo frame, and she put the boys' photos in that photo frame. It's so cute. Anyway, so I am choosing to use that photo today. Today's prompt is the night before Christmas. It is the last day of the Cutfile 20, COAPA's 20 days of Christmas and summer Cutfiles hop. It is the last day. And for the summer prompts, it's stamping. And I'm actually doing both for this layout. However, the stamping is very minor. Very minor. I will point it out when we get to it. So that's what I'm doing with this background. I know it looks totally random here, and it really does look random. But when you put the cut file back over the top, it works. Now, this cut file is not the right way. It takes me a minute to figure out which way did I need this to go again. So I just am trying to get it back. I'm like, all right, it's that way. So that just takes me a second. And then I'm going, okay, that's going to work. Have I covered as much of the background as I wanted to? I don't have all of it covered. I just wanted enough to make it so you could see it when you kind of are looking at the layout, but I didn't want it to be too much. I'm just going to clean off my spatula now because this stuff is really hard to get off if you let it dry. So I'm just cleaning off the spatula with a baby wipe, and then I'm going to continue on with the layout. I did think I should let this dry, but then I realised when I stick the cut file down over the top, it will all be fine. And I was a little pressed for time, I'm not going to lie. So I did need to not rush things, but I didn't have the luxury of leaving it dry overnight. So I'm back. I know it looks like I left it dry. I really didn't. I turned the camera off thinking that I would leave it dry, and then realised I don't have enough time for that. Turned the camera back on and I'm continuing to create. So this is literally like a minute after I just turned the last camera off. I'm just going to stick the cut file down. I'm adding quite a bit of of my ATG tape. Just because this is wet. I thought about using wet glue, but I don't have a lot of it left at the moment. I'm using the art glitter glue, and apparently it's really hard to get currently. It's out of stock everywhere. So I am almost finished it. I've got barely any left, and I don't really have any other glue, wet glue. So we're using it sparingly. All right, so I'm sticking it down flat. The paper is a little warped, I'm not going to lie, but it will flatten out perfectly fine once it's in the album. And then I'm going to create my layout. Now, this one didn't take too long to put together. It did take me a bit of time to stick things down, but for placement and everything, it really didn't take long. So I've got my little ephemera here. I'd already kind of figured out what I wanted to use on the page. So I've got some, little ephemera bits. I'm going to create 3 clusters, and I've got my title, which is going to be "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," because that's the prompt and it's cute. So we're just going with it. And I have to apologise. I got a phone call which just cut off my voiceover mid-sentence, and I don't know where I was heading with this. So with that sentence, I think I was talking about the florals and that we're just going with it. So I am creating my clusters. I'm just sort of placing everything so I roughly know where I want it to go. I want to include this little Santa ephemera piece because, it's a picture of Santa. Now, there's a few, I haven't got them out yet. I do add some little bits to each of my clusters, and they're actually stamps that I have stamped and then coloured, and then I cut them out with the matching dies. So I bought 2 new stamps this year from Avery L, and I'd never bought Avery L stamps before. So I bought one called Nutcrackers, which is super cute, and one called Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Now, I didn't get a chance to use them on actual Christmas cards, so that will probably happen next year, but that's okay. But yeah, I cut some cute little pieces that I could use as ephemera. So here they are. They're all in this little box here. I think the only things I end up using on this page is a little snow globe, some candy canes, some holly, and maybe a little ornament like for the Christmas tree, I think. But I did cut out quite a few other things. So I also painted some Christmas trees, some plum puddings, and some presents. Oh, and a little coffee cup as well. So I coloured quite a few bits and cut them out with dies. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had originally thought that I'd use the stamping prompt for this layout, but then I decided that I really liked the title, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," so I've kind of used that as well, and so now I'm just using all the prompts. I'm using all the prompts today. So basically, as you can see, I'm just placing my little pieces of ephemera into each of the clusters. I'm trying to add 3 little stamped images into each of the clusters. Oh, I think I also use gingerbread man as well. I'm pretty sure. I think. I'm trying to see. Is it a gingerbread man? Yes, definitely a gingerbread man. So I try to add 3 little stamped images into each cluster, and then you'll see me come in a minute with my title, and then I'm actually going to edit out the part where I'm sticking everything down, just because that takes a little bit of time and everything stays in the same kind of position as you can see now. So I kind of felt like you probably don't need to watch me stick it down. So you can see here, I'm packing up all those bits. I've picked which ones I want to include. I'm going to come in with, here's the stamp sets. I do show you my stamp sets. So there they are, Nutcracker and then Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And I do have the matching dies for those stamp sets. So now I'm going to come in with my title. So I pull out one of the thicker puffy title stickers. Now this is from the new Cocoa Vanilla Studio collection, Joyful. So I knew that they had the puffy sticker Christmas. So I used that. And then I'm trying to decide which thickers I want to use. And so I do end up using these ones. And I'm pretty sure I spell this out on a piece of baking paper first to make sure that it fits. I totally could have edited this part out too. So I'm writing "'Twas the Night Before," and then I'm going to use the Christmas puffy stickers from the Joyful collection from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. And these stickers, I don't know what they're called, but they are super sparkly and very cute. I just really like them. I thought it sort of went with the sparkly night cut file in the background. So have I told you to check the description box down below for all of the details? I know I told you that if you want your cut files at 25% off, you need to get them today, day 20. Now, don't be confused if you're in another part of the world, because the sale is only on for till the 20th of December New Zealand time. That might be the 19th where you are. So just make sure you don't walk to the COAPA Cutfile store and pick up your cut files at 25% off. Everything will be linked in the description box. I will link straight to this cut file as well, but I also will just link to the store in general so you can see. And to the Facebook group, because there is 4 free cut files this month. Virginia's been very generous. So you can come and join us and get those free cut files. So I'm sticking down that word Christmas, and then I'm going to come in and stick the rest of my title, but this is where I edit it out, so you don't have to watch that part of it. So I've stuck everything down now. I've popped a few things up on foam. I've stuck all my ephemera down. I'm basically just coming in with splatters and I've finished. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I love this collection. I can't wait to play with the new Cocoa Vanilla collection, but I still really love the one from last year. And I do have a little bit of it left, so I am going to try and use it this year, although I will also be working with the new one. So, we'll do our best. So I'm just coming in with some gold splatters. That's my Marabou art spray. It's an acrylic art spray in gold, and then we're finished. So this is it, day 20. This is the end of the 20 days of COAPA Cutfiles Hop. Everything will be linked down below, including everyone who's playing along today. But we will be back for another 4 more days. So join us tomorrow for day 21 of our Scrappy Advent Calendar, and we'll see you then. Bye.